Hi there guys, it's your girl Tandy here. Hope you're doing well. Happy New Year, new look, new me. So yeah guys, some changes have obviously happened. And yeah, I am praising God for it. Especially because at the beginning of the year, I was ill. And I'm just at this moment really thankful to be well. I'm really thankful to be here. I'm really thankful, you know, my recovery has been pretty slow, but yeah, guys, all I can really tell you is wash your hands, wear your mask, and yeah, you know, take care of each other, take care of yourself, take care of each other, because you can do everything right and still become ill. But anyway, as I said, new year, new me. You know, I've decided, guys, that I am 40 and it is time for me to glow up. It is finally time, not grow up, glow up. So I am back in beauty school, guys. Yeah. Also, guys, if you're loving my new setup, if you're loving the look, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up for the upgrade. So in today's video, guys, I am delving into the world of contour with the beautiful Rihanna and her beauty school, because she literally has a beauty school. She literally has a beauty school, guys, online, where she basically helps you go through all of her products. And so I'm going to be following along with Fenty's how to contour and highlight using the matchsticks. And the reason I'm going to be using the matchsticks is because I have bought the matchsticks. I have bought the deep shade. I bought the deep. Now I was debating between the deep and the medium. The guys in the store suggested that it may be ashy, and I'm like, this might be a little deep because the suede is supposed to be a highlight on me, and it kind of just looks like my skin tone. And then the espresso, although, you know, technically what I could do is use it sparingly, and then it will actually last quite long, but it might still be a little bit too dark. So yeah, it was a gamble. Okay guys, so here is the matchsticks. I live for the packaging. Obviously, these are obviously old school now in the grand scheme of the Fenty products, but yeah, I'm still in love with the products. I'm still geeking out over it all the time. So what I'm gonna actually do is just swatch the colors and just see how they're gonna look on me. So we'll start with the highlight shade, and if you see this color, it's quite close to my skin tone, so I'm not sure that this is really actually going to highlight. So let's just swatch and see. Supposed to warm them up, that's what I've kind of read. Actually that may work actually on me. I thought it might be too light, but that actually is coming up. It's a very subtle highlight, but it could actually work. I mean, if I blended it, it probably would blend into my skin tone. Now that I actually look at it, let me just try over here. It might just blend into sweet nothing now that I actually do that, but we'll see, guys, we'll see. As I said, I might be able to use these kind of things that are my color with my skin tone, but we'll see, guys. Anyway, so let us go on to Espresso. And it's a very pretty deep shade. I really love this shade no matter what. So let's swatch this right next to it. It's a nice shade on me, guys. I think that this kind of shade, I use it sparingly. I could use it for other things as well as contour, but you know, I'll just use it sparingly. But those are the two, highlight and contour, on me. For any of you who don't know, my foundation shade in the Hydro is actually 410. So this is what it would look like on a 410 if you were thinking about getting it. And last but not least, we will try Cinnamon. Cinnamon is the highlight. Let's see. I wondered what kind of shade this would be on me. Let's see. It's quite pinky actually. So these are the 3 shades on me. It's very pretty actually, it's very pretty. It's quite a pinky highlight on me. I don't know if it's deep enough for me to use as a blush, but I could definitely build up a blush look with it. So these are the 3 shades, yeah. So now guys, basically what I'm going to do is literally just follow along Rihanna's tutorial online. Especially, I think it's her beauty artist, and the video is how to contour, conceal and highlight with matchsticks. I'm gonna follow along with the medium tutorial.
The Just Get In is already prepped with Pro Filter Foundation in the shade 320. First, gonna start contouring. We're using.
I'm actually not gonna wear any foundation. I'm just gonna practice contour.
Matchsticks in the color truffle. Using the tip of the ear as my guidance, I'm going to draw a light line above the brow, into the temple, underneath the jaw, bridge of the nose. Using my contour brush, I'm going to work in circular motions.
Okay, so basically the first step is to apply the contour. So what they suggest to do is to choose a line, and I can't remember now whether it was a line. Actually, let me just wipe this off. Now, I can't remember exactly how you're supposed to draw. I think it's something from the tip of the line there. They kind of put it just there. So I'm just gonna try and see what I think my natural line would be. Could be a bit low. And then they go into the temple. And down, and then the bridge of the nose. Oops, I think I went a little bit too dark there. So this is what I've done. I'm not entirely sure if that was the thing to do. So the next thing he does is goes and blends it. He's got a blending brush. So what I'm actually going to use is use my Spectrum B010. It is from the collection. This is a mini foundation brush from the High Flies collection. So I'm just gonna blend it in basically. Espresso color, I actually really kind of like it. It kind of gives me a nice bronze look actually. It makes me, because literally, I don't know about you, but quarantine has been hard on me, guys. Like literally, the color has literally gone. I would normally travel and end up with a little bit of color. I'd normally travel and end up with a little bit of color. But yeah, so for me, I'd normally travel and end up with a little bit of color. I think it's nice. I actually really like this color, Espresso, because it's kind of got a reddish tone, and I do kind of, when I tan, I do go much more red. So it's actually really gorgeous. I actually love it. So this was my first attempt at contouring, guys. What do you think? I'm not sure about the nose. I think my nose actually is quite sweaty. I sweat a lot from my nose. So I can't, it's kind of like I just think to myself, actually, in the long run, I may not end up contouring my nose in the long run because because it would just end up being sweat off anyway. Okay guys, so I've blended that in, so let's move on to the next stage.
I never want to forget the eyes. I like to use my thumb, go right underneath the brow.
Okay, so it's actually still contouring.
And create this definition here.
So it goes in.
How drastically this changes the look. I like to do concealer last. I always feel like that's the one thing that wears off throughout the day the quickest. So if you do this last, you will prevent that touch-up stain. So I'm using the color Wheat, focusing directly underneath the eye, around the nose, chin, and...
I kind of like I've given myself a bit of a black eye. I think I went a bit too ham on this side with what he was saying to do. Oh jeez, bro. This, like I put this huge line here. Blend, 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 blend for the gods. I think. I don't know. Just going in with my finger. I just added a bit more now. I'm just going in with my fingers just to see what kind of effect a finger would have. I'm not sure. I think I might be going too low. I like my cheekbones are a bit higher than that.
I like to do concealer last. I always feel like that's the one thing that wears off throughout the day the quickest. So if you do this last, you will prevent that touch-up stain. So I'm using the color Wheat, focusing directly underneath the eye, around the nose, chin, and bridge of nose. Center of the forehead.
Okay, so I'm just going in now with the color Suede. As I kind of thought, guys, in person I can see somewhat of a highlight, but I don't even know if the camera is really picking up the very... It's a very, very slight highlight on me. A very slight. So if I'm definitely going for that minimal look, but still a bit of coverage, then I'll go for that.
Around the nose, chin, and bridge of nose. Center of the forehead. Blend that out. I want to go ahead and...
The one thing I'll say about the matchsticks that I'm finding different to a lot of what people have reviewed is that they're actually very creamy. I'm actually finding applying this, I don't need to warm it up at all. Maybe my room is warm. It's winter, but maybe it's warm in here because, yeah, I'm not finding any issue with having to warm them up necessarily. Okay, so these are the points that he said to highlight, and then he just said to blend it out. So let's blend. Okay guys, so I've finished blending, and it's a very subtle highlight, I'll say that much. Definitely a very subtle highlight on me. It's workable. I definitely could put a lighter shade on top of that. It wouldn't really work as a corrector, maybe more just almost like a foundation stick, but there is a very minimal highlight. Okay, so guys, so let's move on to the next part.
Set that into place. I'm going to use my Invisimax and my precision sponge, and I'm just pressing into the skin to set that concealer on.
So he's going to now set his concealer, and I'll set my concealer. So I'm going to set my concealer with my translucent Fit Me by Maybelline. This actually worked to brighten this up a bit actually. So I'm going to go in with my Spectrum C03, and I'm just going to dust the powder and try and just tap it. Yeah, I can definitely see that I was actually, when I bought this powder, I was very dubious about it because it seemed like it might be a tad ashy. But if I'm using a concealer like this, then I can definitely see that it will actually just work to brighten it a little bit. That's actually brightened it quite nicely, and it's still quite natural looking. So actually, guys, I'm actually happy with how this is actually turning out. I feel like my contour line could come up more, because I feel like my cheekbones, if you smile, I think they're I think it's a tiny bit low. But the color I really love. It gives me a nice, really bronzed effect. I can work with the highlight shade for sure, especially if I'm using a brighter powder. Definitely brightens it and still gives me that beat look. So yeah, guys, I'm happy. So let's get on to the next part.
Luminosities back into the skin. So I'm going to use my Shimmer Stix. And what color are you thinking to use, babe?
You know, Hector, I've always wanted to go blonde.
I love that. What I like to do is go directly with the stick into the skin. So I start right underneath the eye area. What I love about that is that it really just enhances the cheeks, so it really brings them upward. Because we're already in the highlighting mode. Please don't forget your ears, especially if they're exposed. Really just want to accessorize them a little more. So now that everything is nice and highlighted,
So I think for my highlight, guys, I'm going to do the iconic Rihanna C. And they seem to kind of just focus mainly below the eye, and I want to kind of come up and give myself a little bit of that extra zhuzh. And I actually am loving this shade. Oh my days, this color on me is actually gorgeous. I love. I'm just going to go back in with the contour, and I'm just going to blend this out. Guys, that shade, oh my days. I live for that highlight. It's so pretty. Oh, and you know what? I was actually worried about this set, but I'm actually really happy now. I'm really, really happy. I can definitely use everything in there.
please don't forget your lips. So I'm going to go and finish my look with Gloss Bomb.
Okay, guys, so the very final stage that he said to do is to go in with Mademoiselle. It's to go in with the beautiful Gloss Bomb. So yeah, I'm so happy that I bought this. I love it so much, honestly, guys. I really just adore it. So I'm just gonna go in with the gloss. Ah, every time I smell it, it's just like, it's the best. So guys, what do you guys think of my very first contour attempt? Like, I'm actually not hating it. They were really, really, really easy to use. They were super easy for me. These are like perfect beginner tools because hello, it's literally swipe it and you're done. It's amazing, guys. So let me know in the comments, guys, what do you think of my very first attempt? How did I do? Also, let me know if you like my new setup. The new qualities. Thank you so much, guys. I really hope you have having a wonderful, wonderful new year. I'm just sending all of my love to you. As I said to you guys, I'm just really thankful to be here. I'm really thankful to be well and being able to do this stuff and make this content, which is really my dream. So I love you loads, guys. Please remember to share, subscribe, and I will see you next time, guys, for another review. I'm stuck to my fingers. Oh my God. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna leave it and then position it. It's stuck to my fingers. I think I put it literally on my eyelashes and not even on the skin.